How many of us heard the term sundowning? Right? Usually 3 to 5, 3 to 6 in the afternoon. Why does that happen? Well, number one is as you age, the fatigue that goes into your life affects you differently. So a person who's older, they get fatigued a lot sooner. Right? My kids can outplay me in basketball, can outthink me now because I got a little older, right? So that's one thing that affects someone to have sundowning. The other thing is multiple sensory overload. You know, you want someone listening to watching a movie with Tony Montana saying, "Meet my little friend," and right before they go to sleep, or at 4 o'clock or 3, they're watching that movie. Probably not the best input of information. And look, I love music. I grew up on Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra, Biggie, Tupac. I'm talking about a very wide range, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. But if we're around my grandmother, we're not going to be blasting music at 3, 4, 5 p.m. with my kids because that's sensory overload. She's going to get confused. Lighting is a huge one. When daytime lighting and outdoor lighting starts to go down, sundowning starts to go up. Natural lighting is a huge effect. Who knows what the best solution to sundowning is? There's a couple. Number one is routine, and a strict routine. Now that's simple, but not easy to do. What does a strict routine mean? A specific time when someone goes to bed. So for example, 9 p.m., lights off. We have curtains. I'm going to close the curtains so there's no lights coming in and having any shadows, like you saw that shadow in the room. That's going to be gone. Okay, well, Dr. Erik, if I have lights are off and everything's dark, mom's going to go to the bathroom. Isn't she going to fall? Of course she is. So what do? I go on Amazon and I buy motion sensory lights. I put them along the path. The second grandma puts her feet down, the lights go on. And she has a path to where to go, and she has a path. And I know if she's going to the bathroom, maybe she needs to hold on to something, I put a little bar over there so she can hold it, right? But at 9 p.m., grandma's going to sleep, everything's closed. 7 a.m., every morning, I'm going to go in, open sesame, natural light comes in. For her, that's a cue. That's her circadian rhythm. As we age, especially with dementia, the circadian rhythm gets damaged. And so we want to do as much as we can to keep that routine. Dinner. I'm going to give her dinner at 8 o'clock. What's going to happen? Her stomach's working. And then I'm going to give her 4 cups of water at 8 o'clock. What's going to happen? And at 7 o'clock, I'll give her some tea with caffeine that has caffeine in it. What's going to happen? Right? So all those little things, they matter. I tell my kids all the time, we have a nice ship. It's a nice family. Little holes can sink a big ship. Just a little hole here, a little hole there, a little hole there, right? One kid didn't come for dinner, the other kid's hanging out with the wrong crew. Little holes, ship sinks. Same thing here. Little things like windows and air and loud music can sink the whole sundowning ship for grandma. If you enjoyed this video and got value out of it, there's a new Medicare program called the Guide Model. It's completely new, and it helps caregivers like you get resources like 24/7 support line, have someone in your home help out with mom while you're taking a break. If you want to learn about it, there's zero cost to it. Look at the website right over here and apply to see if you qualify.